I am practicing how to improve on my live mix. And so what I do is get some of the previously released material and try to mix almost as exactly as how it's been published. And remember, whatsoever you have published had other elements that they got in the post-production. But in this case, whatsoever we are mixing here, they are organic. They are the things we capture raw. No vocal overdub, no additional edits, no stems, no guitar, everything organic. And in this life, when you give yourself a task, God will help you to meet up with your target. So I told myself I would want to mix. I always want to mix sound, or rather I want to see how I get the precision that you saw here in the live mix, such that when you compare the two, you will even think as if I was the one that mixed this sound. And so whatever I'm doing is prepping for the future. A lot might just say, if you are here alone, you might not be able to assume a live scenario. Yes, I understand that we have a place where you need to tune your system. You must have it's a very good system tech to align your systems, and also the live room itself would have a lot that might counter this stuff. So how are you going to deal with that when it is live? So that one in itself, we also rehearse and practice. So the output of this goes out to whatever processor or management systems you have for your loudspeakers. And so we make sure we both tone and tune the system to translate this sound. We only had 3 BGVs, 1 soprano, 1 alto, and then tenor. All right, first of all, we have chorus mounted. So we roll off what we don't need and make sure the chorus is chorusing. So let me just push this sound so that you kind of have an idea of how it works in the BGVs. Remember, I am not singing, I'm just saying something. So you see, what I am hearing of me now is like 4 or 3 persons plus me 4. So the chorus multiply the BGVs. They sounded more than 3. So let me play again. Alright. This is it for chorus. And we also have dual pitch, which does little of chorus and also multiplexing the BGVs as well. So the delay is not the same thing as the one in the chorus. So we carefully dial these parameters very well so that it doesn't clash. We have 20.2 milliseconds on both left and right. So you see, I'm sounding larger than life, and this is it. So that's exactly what we did for the BGVs. Now, I still want you to hear them. So in case you are still doubting me, let me just solo them so that I hear them. So we have 1, the tenor guy, the alto, so 3 of them. Another thing we did here was to pan alto almost hard right and pan soprano almost hard left. So we allow the plugin not to respond, to disregard the palm pot position of the front of house. So regardless of how you pan in left and right, everything arrives at center for the chorus and the pitch. And that's why the chorus and pitch is doing its own processing and effecting, while the dry signal is also going to either left or right, leaving tenor at the middle. So what we also did here to replicate exactly what our eyes is capturing in terms of their positioning. So when you see soprano on the left hand side, she should appear more on the left hand side of your headphone. So tenor is at the middle. It's both equal to left and right, and then we have alto at the extreme right. So we replicated that exactly. So take a listen again.
Adura, your opportunity go bring up Adura.
There is a little tap tempo delay from ultra tap delay. We apply some little measure of it so that there is this delay, that repetition that is not really distracting, but it's adding some juicy spice to whatever they're singing, and it's tag to the BPM actually.
Your opportunity go bring up Adura. Your opportunity go bring up.
There's this other part of this processing that I have not shared with you yet. Like I say, I am practicing. We insert a lot of plugins here from Waves. This is SuperRack. I try to see how I can recreate a little of what I've been doing inside a DAW. And the two things I process mostly is drums and the BGVs, lead vocal. So for drums, we mounted this plugin, EMO D5, F6, SSL channel strip, then Q10, and then this plugin. Somehow we shared the resources among the drum element. We carefully selected this because samples of latency here 0. So since we are doing this for live, we don't want a situation where the plugin is dragging, it's making someone to hear double sound. So that's why we carefully selected this. So outside this, we master the left and right. We inserted some plugin actually to make sure the left and right is beautiful. Even what I'm saying right now goes through this basic mastering plugin, again from Waves. So we have these ones happening real time. Again, 0 latency. Make sure it is not affecting what we are doing. Yep. The mic is truly not processed. That's why we're hearing that rumble at the background. So let me just try rolling off some low end. Hey. All right, I guess this is fair. Hey. Like I was saying, we listen to this sound. And then we try to recreate almost the same sound. Take it forward.
To keep you waiting. Yeah.
So here. So let me play this one again. So here. Again, listen to the mixed. we actually did A and B comparison. So we actually reference this mix to this sound. There were a lot of things that we got from here that was helpful for us. So in the end, when we now mastered this, it sounded almost as this, but with some little excitement. So I'm going to play this again so that you hear for yourself what is here that is not here, and what we have here that is not here. When I say here, I'm referring to the mix element here. So we have, let me go back again.
To keep you waiting. Yes.
Let me play this one.
You know what it means. Can you give what it takes to keep you waiting? Yeah.
In summary, because there's a lot to deconstruct, but since today is not meant for that, I just share with you things that is possible. Like you all know, the preamble of this guy is not really very, very strong as a lot of us claimed. But of course, you are your own preamp. When you compare consoles and you see that you don't really do so much to achieve result from A, you can actually know what is not here and apply it here. So for me, I try playing with the plugins and to see what I can do to make sure it has this sonic character. So we are just introducing SuperRack to this stuff now. And like I say, I am still learning it. I'm still practicing to ensure I get everything it takes to use it for life. And the advantage I have, or I'm having, is since I've been doing marathon or series of mixing, so what I am mixing is what I want to bring in real time. So the experience we have when we listen to worship is also what I am bringing. And I pray for God to help me. All right, finally, there's something that is really nice that I want you guys to do as a sound engineer. Referencing is very, very good. When you are mixing, you should get a sound that you know that is okay. Compare it with your mix and start analyzing your mix based on what you heard from the reference materials. And there are so many things to look out for in terms of the spectral balance, how bright or excited your mix is, will be revealed when you compare with this reference. Then how narrow or wide your imaging, your stereo imaging is, will also be made known when you compare with this other material. Then the dynamics of the mix and the music too. There are a lot of things, like I said, to be compared. Do not just mix in isolation. You can be on this board for like 15 hours actually. And of course, fatigues and everything will set in, and you will not get yourself. The senses of your critical listening or hearing will gradually diminish. So what will make you to be on board is the reference material. So, and in this case, this is actually what helped us to compare element from the YouTube and the multi-track.
Deeper knowledge in God. Put you in.
I recommend you guys to search for this name and watch this material. God bless you.